Well, I'm sure those are painful memories.
My lady and I snuck out to go on a date one day. We bought tickets for the theater. It wasn't really my thing, but I was just happy to be together. All of a sudden, a group of people burst into the theater, shouting for all the water imps to get out. Performers and audience members included. It was clear the conflict between humans and Fae had reached a boiling point. This time, the extremists were even coming after the water imps who had nothing to do with the war. I thought I could pull one over on them, so I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. But I got caught. They started shouting, calling me a traitor to humanity. But I was going to do whatever it took to buy her a chance to escape, no matter how many people stood in my way. I had to, both as her bodyguard and out of love.
It's all right, friend. You can stop there if you want. You don't need to dig all that up.
It's just... even now, I'm still struggling to accept the truth. How could... If I'd known I was a dead man walking, I wouldn't have dragged you down with me. If I'm the cause of all this death, then punish me however you see fit.
But, Mr. Shroom...
No. I refuse to be a burden. I know what I have to do. I guess it's high time I got a breath of fresh air. Out there, I mean. I'll leave this place and take all this death with me.
Mr. Shram, I'm sure we can figure out a different course of action.
My good sir, we both know I'm not supposed to be here. I should have accepted my death long ago.
No, I'm speaking on a personal level this time.
Let it go, man. Oh, wait. One last thing. Miss Waterimp. My lover. Her name was Letia. Letia Ozarova. Do you know what happened to her?
Ozarova. Oh, Auntie Ozarova. That's what we all called her. I remember her as a very kind elder. She had a bunch of kids, too.
I'm so glad she survived. And she had lots of kids? Good. That's... good. I could hardly expect her to stay single just because of what happened to me, right? As long as she went on to be happy, that's all that matters. Besides, I'm dead. My soul has been wandering around here for so long because I was worried about her. But now, I can go without regret. There's no need to see me off, my friends. I've enjoyed our time together over these past few days. Perhaps we'll meet again in the next life.
Take care, my man.
I know Mr. Shram was already dead, but... I still feel so sad.
Death is cruel, no matter how we might try to make sense of it.
So, was the conflict between Fae and humans really that bad back then? I was only little, so I don't remember much. It's terrible to think that so many innocent people had their lives. Even the historical records about that time period don't say much about it. All people know is that the Tsaritsa founded the Fatui, drove out most of the Fae aristocracy without explanation, then used her terrifying power.
It seems to me like the Tsaritsa chose to make herself the enemy. She downplayed the conflict, directing whatever animosity both sides had for each other at herself instead. That's also why, despite how brutal the conflict was at the time, there hasn't been much lingering tension between humans and Fae since. Things have been fairly harmonious for the past few centuries.
So, the Tsaritsa banished the Fae to protect the Fae living in the city? She offered herself up to be hated in
Maybe it's not quite as bad as it sounds. I don't think Her Majesty is too concerned if mortals hate her or not.
all this time.
All right, if Mitya...
Ugh, if only this blasted storm wasn't still raging on.
Looks like now we can just rest until the snowstorm stops. I still can't believe Shram turned out to be a ghost who'd been in the theater for hundreds of years. To think he was...
Knock knock.
Huh?
Knock knock.
You know the door isn't closed, right? You don't have to knock.
Think of it as a signal then. When I'm entering someone else's room and I knock, I'm here as Odette. If I don't knock, it's thanks.
So, why did you come to find me? Is there something I can help with?
Vodyanitsa said you knew about my secret identity from the start. But when everyone was discussing who Lelik could be, you were worried that revealing what you knew would be unfair to me. Yes.
It's nothing. I mean, you didn't hold what happened with Signora against me, so... I should thank...
Actually, there's so I thought I'd come and ask you for... It's about me. Before all of this, the last time I saw him, he was... As I'm sure you know, my goal as Lelik was to stop Well, when I found out the tech lead for the experiment behind Project Stuja was Mitya, I immediately started planning. I often saw him around the theater, but I soon concluded that making my move there would risk exposing my identity. So I decided to infiltrate the Armory Palace. Well, I suppose there was a bit of luck involved. But I am a Fatus, so I already had some familiarity with the building's layout. But when I finally made it to his lab, Mitya seemed to be dead. I checked his breathing and his pulse. He had no vital signs whatsoever. I thought maybe another anti-Project Stuja activist had beaten me to it, and chosen a much more brutal method. So I made myself scarce.
That's why you were so on guard around Mitya that first night here.
Yes. When I saw him sitting in the audience during the performance, I could barely contain the shock. To me, it was a miracle. Somehow, he'd come back from the dead. But then, the murders started happening and things got so that is, until Mitya himself said there must be a dead person among us.
And yet, you thought that bringing it up right away would single Mitya out. Just like when everyone was suspecting Lelik.
Exactly. I thought there could be some... Besides, we soon figured out that Mr. Shram was a ghost. And we knew there was only one extra person. So we thought he had to be the one.
But now, it seems like there's another candidate. I understand why you kept it to yourself. There was so much information being thrown around during that discussion. Bringing up Mitya would have just introduced more confusion.
So, what do you think we should do?
Let me confirm one thing first.
Around a week ago.
A week ago? That's earlier than I thought. I saw him just a few days ago at a restaurant. He seemed completely normal to me. Chatting with Vodyanitsa, trying...
So he was definitely alive on that day. Huh.
Here's a thought. The reason we even suspected a dead person, but Mitya's death happened inside the Armory Palace. The ley lines affecting the theater shouldn't reach that far.
You're right. I guess he doesn't fit the profile of the person we were searching for.
I think the chances of it being him are very low. Surely he can't have died for real in the Armory Palace. Unless
Unless what?
he really did come back from the dead.
You're right. Do you think we need to
Huh, what's this? A private meet and greet? Where do I line up?
That's not what's going on.
Well, I was just making the rounds. Thought I'd try to lighten the mood a bit. Vodyanitsa's handing out food if you're hungry.
What is going on with this storm? Could it be connected to that monster that just arrived in Sned?
I almost hope it is. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa left to vanquish that beast herself.
Do you think people still feel the cold after they die? I'm wondering about Shram.
Death itself is cold, isn't it? I'm sure the storm will embrace him.
Well, I hope he has a safe journey. I'm going to miss him, I think. It's not thinking back on it. We barely made it out alive ourselves. Once we get out of here, how are we going to explain what happened to their family?
Are you okay? Here, take this. I've never used it.
Thanks. Look who's Mr. Nice Guy all of a sudden. Is it because Tonya stood up?
Yeah, without Tonya.
I told you already.
Duh, bunch of little girl? I was rather surprised when you spoke up for me this morning. I didn't...
Oh, no need to thank me. I said some bad stuff about you too.
I've been, too embarrassed to admit it, but, you remind me a lot of my daughter. So kind to everyone, but never lets her old man off the hook. Unless my wife and I are having a fight, then... Especially when she... All right, easy now.
I don't know.
Are you taking anything for it?
Yeah. I'll be fine once I see my brother. He's gonna pick some frost fairy flower leaves and brew a tonic for me. I'll feel much better once I drink that.
I see.
We should probably discuss a... However,
Shouldn't we?
no need. I meant...
What a long day. This whole situation turned out, but Valeri's right. I should just try to calm down and...
He's awake. He's awake! Get over here, you big lug, and take a look.
If you must call me something, call me Mr. Door. The Black Mist is coming.
Are you all right? He just seemed to come out of no... Curses! The Black Mist is catching up to... Mr. Door, I don't believe I've ever seen you around here before. Why is that?
There's no need to try to get to know me. I'm just Mr. Door.
Mr. Door! Looking for trouble! Get rid of them!
I can just push these ones off.
Oh, well, anyway, we're lucky to have you here. Thanks for saving us earlier.
No need to thank me. This is where my duty lies.
Just you wait.
So we're doing this the hard way. You win this.
Oh, remarkable work, Mr. Door. If I had your muscles, I'd do the same. Are none of these doors the one you're looking for?
No.
Fighting frog!
Come now. Impossible. Impossible.
Wait, look! No, no! They're gaining on us! Quick, keep going, or they'll be at our heels any second! Mr. Door, what are you doing? We need to get out of here! They're coming!
Found it. This is my...
What?
I am a door. This is where my duty lies.
No! You saved us! We can't leave you behind!
You must keep going. A door can only keep things out for so long.
But... Oh, you're right. Let's go! The black mist isn't moving anymore. Looks like both the monsters and... I didn't just imagine all that, did I? Surely I wasn't so scared out of my mind that I... Oh, okay, good. There's no... Getting sleepy? Well, looks like we're safe for now. Go ahead. Let's get some rest.
What time is it? Is it morning? I think I had a nightmare. I guess everyone's still asleep? These past 2 days have been exhausting. Larry? Wake up! Everyone needs to wake up!
Just like the last 2 nights. No clear cause of death. I've been a real thorn in your side, haven't I, Mr. Valeri? But for me, life will be all the duller for not having to run away from you, my friend.
How's Tonya? I just checked on her, and it doesn't seem like anything serious. She's just exhausted from the past couple of days, and she's still recovering from her illness. That means Valeri was the only one.
If Valeri was awake and keeping watch, it would have been impossible to kill him without waking everyone else up.
This is so frustrating. Why has nothing changed since yesterday? I thought we already dealt with the dead person causing all this.
Actually, one thing has changed. There's only 1 victim this time, not 2.
After the deceased Shram left, there was 1 less victim last night. That more or less tracked. It's a reasonable conclusion. Consider... The number of people who die each night is equivalent to the number of dead among us.
Exactly. We identified Mr. Shram, and the night after he left, the death toll dropped from 2 to 1. By that logic, There must be one more dead.
Another one? But there was only one person unaccounted for in the ticket checks, right? The head count should match up now.
Having an extra person was definitely a cause for alarm, but being one person short isn't nearly as unusual. Someone could have left in the middle of the show, or made it out before the storm hit.
One more dead person among us. If Mitya's theory is right, then what Odette told me seems a lot more relevant. It's just, at the time, we had no reason to think there would... If only we'd taken it more seriously as a
I'm sorry. This is my fault. I had information that could have been helpful, but I held back.
I'm partly to blame as well. I was too quick to dismiss Odette's concern.
What is this about? What have you two been getting up to behind my back?
Sounds like there's some big news you've been keeping from the rest of us. Well, we're all ears. Wow, that's certainly news to me.
Odette and I talked about it yesterday, but we thought it just wasn't possible, so we left it at that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. If I'd been there, I probably would have reached the same conclusion. It just sounds too unbelievable. Let me just try and verify this. I just scoured my memories trying to think back to the afternoon Miss Odette mentioned, but I honestly have no recollection of dying.
Having seen Mr. Mitya a few days ago myself, I also find it hard to believe he could be the other dead person among us.
Well, if it isn't Mitya, then who? Do we vote on it?
If you don't mind me asking, Traveler, I believe you mentioned that you know Tonya's brother. Had you ever met her before all this?
No, never. Wait,
Now just 1 minute. I know where this is going. You can't just randomly point a finger at anyone you want. You're in the hot seat, and all of a sudden you want to divert our suspicions onto somebody else.
Trying to pick a fight, Mr. Chuganov? Whenever you open your mouth, all you do is attack people, and I've had enough of it. If you don't want to engage in a civil discussion, you can shut up.
You little brat!
did Mitya ask about Tonya because he suspects her? I suppose I only identified her by age, and nothing else.
I'm just saying, you're going around casting suspicion on people for no reason. How could Tonya be dead? I can vouch for her, if nothing else. I've seen her before. She's the sister of that...
Oh, really? You're telling the truth?
Since being here, I don't think I ever mentioned she was Child's sister specifically.
If Chuganov can vouch for her, then it can't be Tonya either. In which case, it seems unlikely that there's another dead person. Miss Odette, could you go over that afternoon with me one more time, when you found me dead?
No problem.
No matter how hard I try, I just can't remember anything about dying. But I do remember some... Miss Vojanitsa, during our last meal together, I told you how some of the researchers were suffering from temporary memory loss. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. You said it was hindering the progress of your experiments. You thought they were...
Right. And even though I don't remember dying that day, I'm pretty sure I experienced something like amnesia. Some of my memories from that afternoon are...
Are you suggesting you're missing the memory of your...
Of course. How am I only just realizing this? Humans aren't necessarily aware of their own death.
You mean being silently assassinated, or dying in your sleep? Situations like that?
The researcher's amnesia. Suddenly it all makes sense. I must thank you, Odette. I think your perspective just helped me reach a breakthrough on a series of issues that have been troubling me. All right. It's decided then.
Oh, leave! Hey, wait a minute! Aren't you rushing into this? What if you're wrong? You'll pay with your life!
Come on, kid. Aren't you gonna fight for your life? This seems like a rash decision.
I have other reasons beyond what's been discussed. In fact, I remember during Miss Odette's performance, while I was sitting in the audience stalls, a brilliant new idea for my research popped into my mind. I can't remember it now at all, and I didn't take any notes. I guess that must be another instance of temporary amnesia.
No. Hold on. I see where you're going with this. You're suggesting that each instance of temporary amnesia is a death, right? There's a glaringly obvious flaw in that idea, no? How can one person die so many times?
I believe Miss Odette's account. During the period where my memory is blank, I must have been either dead or in a similar state. All it would take is for the same thing to happen in the theater, and I would come under the effect of the ley lines in this vicinity. This increases the likelihood.
But...
There's no evidence to suggest that anyone other than me is a candidate for the deceased. So allow me, as a scientist, to please relax, everyone. I don't think things are as bad as they may seem. If I really am the deceased, if, on the other hand, I'm still alive right now, well, apparently you've all witnessed my resurrection recently.
Mitya's right. This is the only thing we can try right now. I think he's deliberately downplaying the gravity.
What is a scientist if not someone who gambles on experiment after experiment in an attempt to obtain the truth? With this snowstorm, the ley line phenomenon, ghosts of the dead, and my amnesia. But if I do get resurrected, you can be sure that I'll come back with the truth of all this. Just you wait.
Poor Mr. Mitya.
Maybe it's a good thing that Maybe it's the realization that, come to think of it, you could take it a step further if I make it out of...
Without regret, I feel like a strange sense of anxiety.
Are you okay?
If something's bugging you, let's talk about it. There's only a few of us left here now. After every...
I have a travel companion named Paimon. Alosha and Odette have met her before.
You're worried about her, aren't you? That makes sense.
To be honest, I used to feel like I was just a spectator in this world, watching everything that happens from the sidelines. But with Paimon by my side, over time, I slowly felt my connection to this world growing stronger. She loves eating, sleeping, and having fun, but she's also a great guide. It's her authenticity that makes this whole world feel more real for me. Over the last few days that we've been apart, I've often caught myself wondering, what would Paimon say if she were here right now? But by the time I snap out of it, the conversation has already moved on. And I'm trying to overcome this sense of detachment, but I really miss Paimon. I guess, in a way.
I bet she misses you when you're not there as well.
I don't know if this will make you... I could be surrounded. Later on, I started... All we can do is... So, once we get...
Thank you. That's
But Vodyanitsa...
That's just the choice I made, like I said before. Our songs have echoed through this, but... Does a story exist? So I made the choice to stay.
Could you teach me?
A fan after my own heart.
never heard that one before.
Color me impressed, Tonya. Most people can only tell. I've actually never performed this song in the theater, but it means something like, "May those we have lost watch over us, and follow this song back home in the night, so that we might be reunited once more."
No wonder I could hear that sense of longing. You sing it for loved ones who have passed away.
It's getting late, Tonya, and you're not well. We should all turn in early. I suppose there's no...
Okay, but, before...
Of course. Any...
Once I get out of here, I definitely don't plan on ever coming back. But I guess that means I'll never get to hear Vodyanitsa sing again. Before I fall asleep, I should cherish this moment of companionship while it... It's so dark in here, and Huh? What was that noise?
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection.
I'm a...
No time for questions. Quick, over here. Turn on the switch. All right, we're safe. The spirit just now is called Night Prayer. The light subdues her, but she'll attack without a second thought in the dark. Sort of. I know it's hard, but you can't let this place go dark, or she'll kill you again. Yep. Luckily, I was here to resurrect you. Otherwise, that'd have been a real bummer.
A bit more than a bummer, I'd say.
Sure I do. I'm your guardians. I specialize in soul recall.
Thanks.
All right, there's no time to waste. The black mist is already catching up. We need to avoid it. We need to reach the next switch before the place gets too dark. If we bring the light back, Night Prayer won't be able to get to us. Sweet, sweet light! It's back! Shh! It's Night Prayer. We need to move quick, but don't let her notice you. switch is over there. The switch is just up ahead. Hurry! It's too dark. We're not gonna make it. Come on, fast! Traveler! I won't let you die like this. Not on my...
Even though it's not permanent, dying is definitely not a pleasant...
Great. You're back.
Yeah.
Time for you to get out of here. Quick.
What about you? You're not coming with me?
I can't. I've already been used up. A guardian spirit's skills are finite. I can only resurrect. I might not look any different, but my essence has been exhausted. I can go no further. The Black Mist is where I belong.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because it wouldn't have changed anything. That knowledge would have just burdened you.
But...
Go. Now, before it's too late. What do you need, sir?
Well, I guess there's no need to inspect.
This wasn't supposed to happen. You lied to us, didn't you, Chuganov? You've been lying from the start.
Take a long, hard look at yourself before you go around accusing other... I suspected you on day one, Lilac, and now look where we are. By some strange coincidence, you've never been targeted. You just happen to have survived. And you, little hunter, ever so content with staying on the sidelines. Yet, you were the one who stopped us from leaving from the start.
Now you're just lashing out indiscriminately. That's either a sign of anxiety. Where was all this passion and bravado before? Decided to fight until the bitter end. Is that it?
Is that a threat? Fine, bring it on. You think I'm afraid to die after all this? You want to kill me? Go ahead. I'd like to see you try.
After all the trauma of the past few days, everyone's been pushed to the breaking. Valeri and Mitya aren't here anymore. Someone else needs to step up and take charge. But first, I need to think this through. Considering everyone left, who's the most Of those who remain, the only person we've never met before is Tonya. There is room to doubt her true identity. People are easily misled by first impressions. Now that I think about it, Child's sister was in fact a label I imposed on her due to my... But Mr. Chuganov vouched for Tonya's identity yesterday, with basically no other possible... Tonya, how's Tusser been lately?
Tusser?
Your brother Ajax must have mentioned me in his letters home, right? Did he say anything about a
No. And my brother's name is Razik.
Oh,
Chuganov, looks like it's your turn to do some explaining.
I knew you were behind this, Chuganov. You've been lying through your teeth from the start. Everything about you is fake. Down to the wife and daughter you're always talking about. That night, when I infiltrated your place as Lelik, I noticed you were home alone. Didn't think much of it at the time. But thinking back on it now, that doesn't seem very likely.
Even that was a lie? But why?
Curses! Oh, why is there no end to this blasted snowstorm? If it would just stop!
I think I remember now. The reason I'm always coughing is because I got sick with frostbite. The locals usually call it the snow cough. It's not a very common illness. It's partly genetic and partly caused by the cold climate, but it can be... After a while, I felt myself growing weaker and weaker. So one day, I told my brother that I wanted him to take me outside for once. He agreed. We got to the theater, bought tickets, and went inside. Oh, it was all so exciting.
Oh,
When I woke up, I couldn't find my brother, but there's no way he'd leave me behind. So I decided to stay here and wait for him. Tonya, it sounds... Yeah, I know. I understand now. Dead, aren't I? After all of that, it turns out I can't blame my brother after all. I'm sorry, everyone. I realized this much too late. It seems...
Your name probably isn't even Tonya, is it? Didn't that ever...
Well, when I was little, my brother and I read a story. When we escaped from the hospital, our family in the hospital. So when you first approached me and said my brother had sent you, I thought he must have chosen a fake name that only the two of us would know. Because he was afraid of getting caught. At least your memory of death isn't painful. Now it's your turn, Chuganov. Talk to us.
You're right. I was lying. I happen to know that the Harbinger child and his sister... And... yes, the truth of the matter is... I lost them. A long time ago. My daughter's name was Iskra. And before you ask, yes, she also died from the snow cough. She was just 6 years old. If she were after Iskra passed, my wife couldn't bear to face the... One day when I came home from work and saw the empty room, I felt like... I soon discovered that this was the only thing that made me feel...
Nothing more than a pathetic means of escapism, I know. But at least it's not So explain your false testimony, then.
The night before last, when I was chatting with Tonya, she mentioned that her brother would brew medicine for her from combined with her various symptoms. I suddenly understood everything. The snow cough used to be an incurable illness. I would pick frost fairy flower leaves to brew medicine for Iskra too. It took but the year after my daughter passed away. The jester of the Fatui announced that a cure for frostblight. It turned out that all previous treatments were completely ineffective. No better than random concoctions. That was the final straw for me. I just couldn't take it anymore. Just one more year. One more year. And everything... So, more than anyone, I know full well that in this day and age, No one in their right mind. Poor Miss Tonya, therefore, had to have been from an era when snow cough was still a terminal illness.
So, you projected your daughter onto her? Even though you knew she was one of the dead?
That doesn't make any sense. You knew she was already dead.
I just don't believe in your crackpot theories. Nor do I approve of your act. How can you just declare a living person dead and throw them out into that snowstorm? Nitia's gone. My good buddy Shram's gone. And now it's Tonya's turn. The others I can make my peace with. But little Miss Tonya, here she is, standing right in front of us, alive and breathing. And I just want her to live. Once this snowstorm is over, the very moment it stops, I'm going to march out that door and find some. I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you cast her out into the snowstorm. Not again! Not this time! Not when the cure is right within.
Mr. Chuganov, stop. I can't let you. By the sounds of it, you've known I was dead since the night before. I really liked Mr. Valeri, Mr. Meat. I'm not happy about that. The reality is, you've been trying to fight your own demons through me.
No! Listen to me. I want to save you.
Well, at this point, I'm quite sure that I'm dead. I don't need to be saved, despite all the bad things that kept happening. I got to meet so many since the day I escaped that hospital until now. This has been I'm very fond of you all. If it were only possible, I'd trade my soul to bring back the ones who died. And that's why I'm not fond of you at all, Mr. Chuganov. It's them that you owe an apology to. Well then, I suppose this is it. It's time for...
You're leaving already? It's still early. Don't you want to stay a little?
No, thank you. My name is Patashka. It was nice. Feels strange that we're only being properly introduced now that it's time to say goodbye.
Tashka.
What are you doing, Chuganov? Are you crazy?
Let me leave.
In your dreams. Don't think you're getting off that easy when you had a hand in the deaths of The Fatui have honed quite an array of enhanced interrogation techniques since they were founded. Once we're out of here... I think we should leave. I doubt this snowstorm is ever going to stop. For all we know, this storm might have destroyed all of Snezhnaya by now.
Wait, we finally solved the mystery of the haunted theater today. Maybe
Fair enough. I don't particularly feel like dying in Chuganov's company anyway.
And yet you won't let me die first.
Hey, Chuganov, on a serious note, if we do make it out of here, you should close down that factory of yours.
Is this really the time to be discussing my factory? All right, fine. I'll shut it down.
Am I hearing things? There it is again. But I don't understand. The snowstorm hasn't stopped, has it?
Should we open the door?
Is this it? Is this nightmare? If the last few days are anything to go by, I probably should. Whatever lies beyond that door at this moment.
Hey everyone, I'm back.
How are you doing?
Much better, thanks. Whew. It is so good to have you guys here. Let me see. Tonya and Vodyanitsa are missing. Vodyanitsa died last night. And then you discovered that
Not Tonya. Petashka.
First, tell us how you made it back here. Given the conditions outside, no one should...
You're right. The thing that got me back safely was a song. I heard someone singing. After walking into the snowstorm, my mind grew hazy. I don't know how long I walked through the storm before my mind completely slipped away. Then, suddenly, I heard the sound of singing. The voice instantly brought me back to my senses, and I regained consciousness. So I followed the voice, searching for the source of the singing. I searched and searched, until finally, just a few moments ago, there was...
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before, because it has more of a ceremonial purpose for our people. It means something like, "May those we have lost watch over us, and follow the..."
That must have been Vodyanitsa's Requiem. Who knew it actually worked?
That song is meant to guide the souls of the dead.
Huh. No kidding. When I first stepped out of the theater, I was still quite lucid. My memory of it is... I remember the outside world being completely different than what I'd expected. It was like... this was a world where... I don't know how else to describe it, except to say... And as for the Requiem, if I was guided here by Vodyanitsa's song, it can only mean that I must already be dead. And this is my soul, not my body. But I didn't experience a clear moment of death while I was out there. Nor do I feel any different now than before I walked into the snowstorm.
You don't seem any different to me either. In fact, this is something I've been wondering about for a while now. Both Shram and Petashka...
This raises a true... Dreams can't explain everything. And the Requiem calls to the souls of the dead. This is proof that Mitya said Mitya's soul was summoned back by the Requiem, confirming that he is indeed already dead. Of course, if even the long deceased like Mr. Shramp, then maybe we've all been dead from the very start. And...
Yes. I think that...
What did you say?
You heard me. We died in the theater. All of us did. But due to an obstruction in the theater's ley lines, our souls are trapped here. It's ironic, really. All that time, we were working so hard to figure out who the deceased among us were, when the truth was... Do you remember that note, "Death is near"? Seems like we misunderstood. Death was nearer than we wanted to think all along. The note simply meant that all of us were all...
So all our attempts to survive, our search for the deceased...
Hard to say. At the very least, we helped 2 lost souls find clarity and go to... The presence of those 2 is probably what caused our souls to be drawn in by the ley lines. In which case, the deaths we've awoken to over the past few days were just souls returning.
If what you're saying is true, doesn't that make us the lost? Huh, no wonder. This afternoon, when I was moving Vodyanitsa's body, I noticed that the other bodies in the room...
That's further proof that those aren't physical bodies at all, but merely our shells here in the afterlife.
Am I really dead? No, that's impossible.
I still find it hard to believe that all of us are dead. How exactly did we die in the real...
Not even know...
Exactly. It's hard to rest in peace when you don't even know how you died. It gave me lots to think about as I strode out. I racked my brains trying to remember the cause of my death, the exact moment I died. Wait. Hold on. Right before I lost consciousness, I think I saw some. I can't remember. And I think I lost my notebook and pen.
Mitya, your hand. Is that blood on your fingers?
Huh? You're right. There's blood on the fingertips of my right hand. Looks like it's already dried. When did that happen? What the? I guess this was what I saw. I must have desperately drawn it in my own blood right before losing consciousness. What's wrong? Do you recognize the symbol?
It's Renova, the ruler. Alosha, do you still remember that Snezhnayan folktale? It was about the Grim Reaper. When someone's about to die, he appears as an incarnation, and as soon as you recognize his face, you're
I heard a similar tale when I was little. You think the Grim Reaper in this story refers to the...
That's right. In which case, death is near could also mean that the Grim Reaper is here disguised in a familiar form.
Death, When I first saw this note, I thought it contradicted the investigation report. But now it's...
So the Grim Reaper deliberately misled us. Then, we started suspecting each other and...
By that logic, the one person most likely to be the Grim Reaper incarnate... Identifying the Grim Reaper is a major decision to make. I should... No doubt about it. It's Alosha. Looking back at how everyone has acted over the past few days, Alosha is most likely the Grim Reaper lurking among us. Is it you, Alosha? You were the first to discover the investigation report, and...
So? Surely you can't suspect me based on that. What if someone else found the investigation report first, slipped the note inside, and then put it back without...
There's no denying it. The note could easily have been slipped in much earlier than it was discovered.
That's not all. I've also noticed that although on the surface, Valeri, Mitya, and sometimes... Looking back now, even though you didn't say much, you were always subtly guiding everyone from...
What do you mean?
You were the one who emphasized how dangerous it was outside and insisted we all stay here. It was also you who suggested that we all sleep in the same... And earlier today, you tried to convince Patashka to stay. I don't understand why, but it was out of character.
So, you didn't understand my intentions, and now you're assuming the worst. Seems...
He still won't admit it. Fine.
The biggest question I have right now is, if the Grim Reaper is impersonating Alosha,
No. The ruler of death would have needed to control how everything unfolded from the start. She wouldn't have infiltrated our ranks this late. Let me think about this again. No, nothing related to Alosha happened that night. No, the ruler of death added a note to the investigation report at the time. This indicates that Alosha had been switched out. That's right. This was the moment, right at the start. Before any victims had even emerged, Alosha was switched with... When all this began, right after the performance ended and the snowstorm began to pick up. It wasn't until we discovered the bodies the morning after that we realized something out of the... But it's clear now that the oddities actually started earlier than that. When Dimov walked in...
Right. So Mr. Dimov was the first victim.
And if we pinpoint that moment as the beginning of this incident, then Alosha. You are the only person who walked into the snowstorm and came back without the help of Vodyanitsa's Requiem.
More precisely, Alosha never came back at all. The one who came back was the Grim Reaper.
Not bad. Well, since you've backed me into a corner, I suppose there's no point in keeping up the act anymore.
Alosha?
You're the Grim Reaper?
I am no such tired cliché. Mortals should address me as the ruler of death. Before being wiped out for good, you identified the two deceased, and even sensed my presence.
I heard you can ferry souls. Those deaths each night. Were they your doing?
Your initial conclusion was correct. Due to the existence of the two deceased, the ley lines yearned to reclaim. Every night they devoured an equal number of souls to fill the void. This required no intervention from me. Though, of course, here, take a look.
What are you doing?
That takes care of today's two. Don't get so worked up. You are already dead, and your souls must return to the ley lines.
I know we're already dead. You murdered us, didn't you?
Murdered? No. Murder is when mortals usurp my authority. Death is my jurisdiction. If I require someone to die, I need not resort to such. You simply met the criteria to trigger my curse of death.
I know about the curse of immortality. You cursed us? When? And why would you—
So often, humans pray to me, begging to know when their death will come, and what form it will take. But few people ask why. If you must have an answer, know that death comes simply because one's time has—
So you're not gonna tell us the truth?
Hold your tongue. By all rights, you shouldn't even be allowed to speak with me. Those angels from the past are to blame for the reckless renovation of the ley lines here. It's
Work? So trapping us here, making us watch our friends die, that's just another day at work for you?
You clearly have a lot of questions. Fine. As a reward for your remarkable accomplishments over the past few— After the physical body dies, the soul must return to the ley lines for that person's death to be considered complete. My work encompasses the entire process of death, including, naturally, the guiding of souls into the ley lines, with which you are now so familiar. You must also be rather familiar with Natlan's Night Kingdom, I presume? It was I who supported the creation of the Night Kingdom. It provided Here, too, the ley lines connected to the theater underwent some modifications. The angels hoped to make them capable of accommodating the souls of some special creations. But this actually hindered their ability to accept ordinary souls to some degree. This effect manifested itself after you died from the curse in the theater, leaving you stranded in the afterlife. But if souls who die from the curse of death fail to return to the ley lines within a short window of time, then they will remain forever suspended between life and death. No longer—
So if you don't resolve this matter soon, and see all our souls return to the ley lines before long—
Mitya is sharp. This must be what Renova was worried might happen, and the reason she got involved to begin with. But if you have the authority to guide souls, why didn't you just show yourself and get it over with? Why hide among us in the form of Alosha?
You seek to understand the mind of a god. Very well. I'll tell you. This is a theater, and I decided I wanted to watch a show about death. That's why I encouraged you to take the events. I found myself getting quite immersed. I suppose the entertainment you provided makes up for all the trouble you've caused me by being so defiant in the face of death. There. Are you happy with my answer?
Can't say I am.
Really? but it fits the stereotypes you human.
Just moments ago, you were complaining about how infuriatingly complicated your work. Work is work, I get it. There are times when it's a huge pain, but you just have to get it done, right?
That's a rather unique perspective for a human. You are in fact correct. There is due to the obstruction in the theater's ley lines, there is a hard limit on the number of souls they can receive each day, revealing my identity too soon would inevitably have led to futile resistance. And there was a risk that any souls who chose to run. Then there was the issue of the 2 lost souls you caught.
That's what I don't understand. If all of us were souls of the dead, what made their presence among us?
For centuries, they have refused to return to the ley lines, exploiting the issues created by the angel civilized. Centuries of obsession accumulated during this process. You may think of this obsession as the resentment of the dead, and in this, it reached the point where I could not afford to leave it unchecked. But the only way to fix it was to help them acknowledge their own deaths, make peace with their regrets. Only then, with my guidance, could they finally return to the ley lines.
I vaguely remember seeing Batash.
I see your dreams brought you many revelations. So you see, death in fact anyway, that is more of an angel's role. Meanwhile, of course, as both issues slowly resolved one another without me having to lift a finger, all I had to do was stay close by and keep the situation under control. And, of course, while I was at it, I thoroughly enjoyed watching this drama.
Sounds like you had it all figured out, Grim Reaper. I just did the math. You said there's a hard limit to the number of souls
That much is obvious.
It's time to review this whole affair. Looking back now, none of us had the faintest idea at the time. From the moment that staff member named Demoff walked into the snowstorm, the incident had already begun. No. Let me... No. Let me go... No. Let me... No. Let me go of... No. Let... No. Let me go over this again. Alosha was the second to walk into the snowstorm after Demoff to investigate. During this process, the ruler of death assumed his identity. During our first night in the theater, everyone was caught up in the novelty of it all. No one could have expected there would be victims the very next morning. Despite all the confusion, and with the help of hindsight, we finally began to realize that something was amiss with the snowstorm. The ley lines devoured Odette and I spoke a lot that night. 3 people were on watch, but in the morning, we discovered that someone had fallen victim all the same. The deaths of cool, unexplainable phenomena occurred one after another. later, we discovered that there seemed to be an extra person among us, and subsequently discovered the existence of the deceased. Mr. Schramm realized he was the deceased and walked into the snowstorm to return to the ley lines of his own accord. He thought it was all over, but Mr. Valeri's death was a rude awakening for everyone. The ley lines consumed him during the night. A lot happened today. Mr. Valeri's death led us to discover the connection between the number of deceased and the fact that there was more than one deceased seemed to bring us back to square one. Odette revealed some information she had been keeping to herself. Vodyanitsa was swallowed by the ley lines in her sleep, but the requiem she sang before falling asleep was quite a game changer. Although Mitya, the void in the ley lines hasn't been filled, so let's rule out Mitya for now. As it happened, Patashka filled the void left by Mitya's return from the ley lines. But the girl I thought was child's sister Tonya turned out to be another of them. Come to think of it, Patashka was about to walk into the snow, and Renova, unaware that Mitya would return, was concerned that her soul would overflow from the ley lines. That's why she used Alosha's voice. Looking back, I suppose that was an early slip-up on her part. No one could have expected anyone who walked into the snowstorm to return. But just after nightfall, Mitya returned, bringing crucial information with him. Various truths began to surface, including that all of us were already dead, and that the ruler of death was here among us. Then, after revealing her true form, Renova callously claimed 2 souls. In fact, everyone was already dead by the time we took the photo. And in the days since, we've experienced many more partings in the afterlife. Now, only Mitya and I remain. And the true culprit behind everything still stands before us. That covers everything.
Your work isn't finished here yet, is it? The Traveler and I are...
The Water Imp's song threw things off a little. The ley lines have already anchored your soul, and the first ray of light tomorrow morning will take you back. I, meanwhile...
So the reunion in the night that Vodyanitsa mentioned, I suppose that was never...
That just leaves you, Traveler. My power only allows me to temporarily separate your soul from your... And your soul is firmly anchored to your body by your will. For a descender like you, who is not bound by Tevat's rules, your death can only be brought through the most violent of means, such as directly destroying either your body or soul. I have no interest in involving myself with descenders. For now. Although, this may change if Asmodee remains missing.
One last question then. All our struggles and sacrifices here, they were meaningless from the very beginning, weren't they?
Death abides no reason. To me, it is...
Grim Reaper, you really know how to get on my nerves.
I'm not here to ingratiate myself with you. I kill merely because your deaths are necessary.
Oh, you've made that quite clear. But humans don't take well to being scorned. Not even by the gods.
This is futile. You must know that you are powerless against me in my own domain. I suggest that you save your strength.
For what? Maybe we can't change it. But if nothing else, we can at least teach you to have some respect for the dead.
Audacious.
How are you holding up, Odette?
What happened?
How much do you
What do you mean? Is the performance over?
Has Odette already forgotten? Mitya?
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I spaced out there for a second. Remind me who you are?
Don't you remember anything?
Yeah, I remember now, comrade. Looks like we guessed right. Just like me when Odette found me at the Armory Palace. For some reason, everyone killed by the ruler of death eventually came back to life. Just with one catch. They forgot what happened while they were dead.
Odette and the others have already forgotten everything. Why were you able to remember this time?
Could this be the reason? You said this is the ruler of death's symbol, right?
I don't see anything there.
You don't? Huh. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I carved this into my hand. Does that mean I carved this symbol into my soul? What an unsettling thought. Still, at least I get to. What about you, though? The ruler of death mentioned that you're a.
A full explanation would get complicated very quickly.
Well then, now that it's all over, let's figure out what we've learned. The first thing I notice is that everything here is precisely as we left it, right before our deaths. This confirms that time passes differently in the afterlife than in the real world.
They say that right before death, time slows down, and your whole life flashes before your eyes.
That must be how you know you have one foot in the afterlife by that point. Anyway, clearly the few days we spent in the afterlife probably only amounted to a few short minutes in the real world. This also aligns with previous reports of widespread temporary memory loss among the Armory Palace personnel. Now, it seems to those unaware of the truth, dying and coming back to life must feel similar to a short bout of catatonia. This leaves me with a couple big questions. What are the conditions that trigger this so-called curse of death? And why are we resurrected after we die?
If nothing else.
Right. This time only got complicated because of the situation with the theater. think of it, I can't remember what it was, but sorry, Traveler. I'll catch up with you again later. Right now...
Sir, if I may, no one of your description has ever shown up in my investigation, yet you two seem very familiar with each other. Could you perhaps tell me where he would... And, by the way, have we ever crossed paths? Forgive the presumptuousness, but...
I can explain everything. Could you help me gather everyone in the...
So, Chuganov really is going to shut down the factory. I guess this theater incident actually did us some good after all. So, you said I promised to take you to the Armory Palace. Agreed. Let's check in on her.
I'm finally back. Even though a long time has passed from my perspective, I should keep my emotions in check when I see Paimon again.
Wait. The atmosphere here feels off. Shh. Stay quiet.
Have we still not been able to notify Child yet? We need new I'm so sorry.
Tell me, what happened to Paimon?
It was the Jester. He came here in person and escorted He's the director of the Fatui. His authority supersedes all others and cannot be questioned.
How long ago did he leave? And what was Paimon's status?
It was about an hour ago. Miss Paimon was fast asleep at the time. The Jester simply walked off with her as if it was only natural.
Do you know where they went?
The Armory Palace, most likely. Lord Piero, the Jester, has been overseeing the experiments there lately, keeping I'm surprised he came in person. Whatever his reason for taking Paimon, he'll most likely return to the...
Then lead the way, Odette.
Okay, let's go. It's just up ahead. Quick, let's...
No, I'll go alone. You know I'm planning to force my way in. You're with the Fatui, so you...
I was hardly planning on taking you through the official channels anyway. I'm here to... I may be a Fatus, but I'm also Lelek. And Paimon's safety is paramount right now. With me around, you'll have an extra pair of hands. There might be devices inside.
If you say so.
Let's go. There's no time to hesitate.
Hey, who are you? This part of the Armory Palace is under restricted access. What do you think you're doing?
No questions, please. We're short on time. That's supposed to hurt. Together. That's it?
Let the show begin. No! Gotta keep trying.
Crystalline Adagio. Let's begin. Parada.
Ignorant and vulgar.
The footsteps of the Empire. Pirouette. A tribute.
Did I scare you?
Witness the snow swan's grace. Mirror images. Together. Let us have faith. Pirouette.
A snowy burial.
Do you have a pass? Where are you coming from? So, you're an intruder, huh? Then don't blame me for what happens next!
The Armory Palace is hidden this deep in? This place is much bigger than I imagined.
They're conducting top-secret research after all. The deeper it's hidden, the better, is standard Fatui logic.
The style doesn't really look like the Fatui's handiwork, though.
They must have requisitioned some structures from a past civilization. It also serves as a bit of...
We're in for a tough
Intruders! Stay alert!
Back to it.
Let's begin. Pirouette. Waltz of the snowflakes.
Surrender.
Intruders? Don't come any close! Just what are you guys trying to do here?
It's your show!
Yeah? That's supposed to hurt. Shadow me. Parada.
No one interferes with a jester's work!
Go! Couldn't!
Crystalline Adagio.
Couldn't! Mission over.
Looks like no one's guarding this place.
There's something off about that decoration over there. Look out!
Let's deal with these before we move on.
Together.
Keep back!
The researchers here probably don't know that we're uninvited guests. Let's try not to hurt them.
What's the big star from the theater doing here?
That's Miss Odette. She's a member of the Fatui. Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Was the whole reason for Project Stuja to support the research here at the Armory Palace? Just what are the Fatui and the Tsaritsa planning?
Whoa! Who are you? Never seen you around here before.
Looks like there's no way through here.
Maybe using the power of this prism could help?
I think I see some images.
It's the prism's power at play, causing images of the past to reappear, albeit only as illusions. Let's make our way through here.
Paimon. And the Jester. Is this another scene from the past?
Yes. It looks quite old, though. I don't think it happened in the recent past.
What's going on here? What happened?
The source seems to be the Armory Palace. They must have started some large-scale experiment.
Wait, what if this has something to do with Paimon? We need to hurry!
We're almost there. The Armory Palace is just up ahead.
Paimon, please be okay.
I'll protect us. Let's dance.
I'll make short work of you.
Let's begin.
Mission. Mission.
I'll protect us. Ow. Hi. Hi. Pot of death. Waltz of the snowflakes.
What's going on? Wait, I remember this feeling. It's the curse of death. No, not now. Why is the curse of death striking again already? Odette. Is this the afterlife again? I need to find a way back to reality. Is that... Oh... Odette? Odette! But past experience says that she should be resurrected before too long. Right? Did Odette intentionally use her core Ignis to guide my soul? I feel like something similar. Thank you, Odette. If not for you, my soul wouldn't have found its way back to my body so quickly. And I might not have woken up so soon. But I'm sorry. I don't have time to protect you. I have to use the time you bought me to get Paimon back. Sure enough, everyone here has been affected by Paimon! Paimon! No, wait. Paimon probably didn't escape Renova's curse either. She won't be able to respond to me right now. I'll have to find her myself. Mitya! Is this the laboratory he works in? What happened here to trigger the curse of death again so soon? I'll have to ask him when he wakes up. Finding Paimon has to take priority now. Found her! Paimon really is here!
You don't learn, do you? You've already been involved in one mass death, and now you show up at the scene of another. This might have passed for a coincidence the first time, but a second time? Am I to assume you are intentionally interfering in Snezhnaya's affairs? Judging by your expression, it seems that you understand little of what is going on here. In that case, a word to the wise. A civilization that fails to learn its lesson constantly depletes its own worth. It will one day, and as a descender, you are perfectly suited to be the lifeline to which a dying civilization might desperately cling.
No advice needed. I'll make my own judgment.
Suit yourself. When the day of reckoning arrives, not even a descender can hope to escape unscathed. The time for resurrection fast approaches. The mortals here are not yet worthy to behold my form. So that... that thing is coming with me. You awoke sooner than I thought. The curse of immortality is stubborn, unable to enter the ley lines, yet not content to remain a spirit.
Ruler of death, what do you want?
You perplex me. both you and you. That thing may be a creation of Celestia, but it possesses none of Celestia's power, let alone authority. Your obsession with it baffles me. No matter, the resurrection will soon begin. It's worthless anyway. I'll reclaim it next time.
Hey, who says there'll be a next time? I missed you, Paimon.
What are you talking about? We haven't even been apart for that long.
It was different. You seem to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, Paimon's back in tip-top condition. It's the weirdest thing. The jester and that guy talking to him used some kind of energy on Paimon. And she could kind of feel it canceling out that other thing that was making her feel...
So, Mitya helped too?
Apologies for leaving in such a hurry at the theater earlier. I was in a rush to verify some theories. Rest assured that your companion is perfectly safe. We reversed the effects of the experimental energy
I suppose this is our first official meeting, Traveler. I could not let... As I said when you first arrived in...
Oh, yeah.
I'm afraid the reminiscing will have to...
The good news is, my hypothesis regarding the Ruler of Death has been verified. As for the bad news...
I will trust your judgment. We shall put the...
Wait, what are you guys talking about? You want to get rid of Renova?
By whatever means necessary, so long as it removes the threat she poses to us. Until then, everything we do will be in vain. After what just happened, I've ascertained Renova's goal. Or rather, the trigger condition for the Curse of Death.
Okay, let's hear it.
What she's doing is blocking Snezhnaya's technological progress, preventing us from possessing any means with which to threaten the heavenly principles.
Just like the little lapdog she is.
So, any ideas, research, or experiments that lead to technological progress can trigger the curse. Just now, for instance, I was set to launch a final phase energy experiment ahead of schedule. If the experiment was successful, we could have achieved a crucial breakthrough. As expected, though, the moment the experiment began, all the researchers, technicians, and witnesses died from the curse. All that effort, not to mention the energy and materials we relied on Project Stuja to gather for us, went to waste. In the end...
Does that mean something similar happened when we were at the theater?
That's right. During the performance, I thought of an important breakthrough regarding the experiment, and wound up dragging everyone into this. So the nature of the curse seems to be something like... When moments of
What of...
Of course, that meant the curse was normally limited to the Armory Palace. Since outsiders are forbidden from entering, this mass death phenomenon went until Odette came along. I believe she was the first witness. The curse of death was triggered just before she infiltrated the Armory Palace that day.
But you mentioned something about a final stage experiment. Doesn't that mean you've actually made some progress?
That's right. Even with the gods locking certain key components out of reach, humanity can still advance technology in incremental steps accumulated over time. But, as I'm sure Renova anticipated, even incremental progress has its limits, a point where the truth you're seeking must be put to the test in an experiment.
You mean the experiment you were just about to do?
Yes, we were at a critical juncture, a moment where the quantitative was about to translate into fundamental qualitative change. With this single experiment, we could have brought everything we've worked for to fruition. But now, after already, as long as Renova's curse of...
And with Project Stuja, only by eliminating...
We'll see. But one...
You're saying...
Wouldn't it be easier...
So, you're...
Exactly. And I...
Regardless, the rule of our goal.
The Fatui want to challenge the...
For a long time, I've had a vague suspicion the Fatu, but hearing the Jester admit it is still a shock. No wonder the Tsaritsa's goal has always been kept a secret from the What kind of road will that lead Snezhnaya?
In that case... Lord Jester, I would like to request some leave. I'd like some time to...
Granted. Get some rest. Put the experiment out of your mind. While there is yet time.
I remember hearing
Yeah!
As you know, projects, many of the things, this include...
And that's a weapon built for the final battle against the Heaven...
Huh?
I was given some intel, and I made some deduction.
Wait. You must mean that thing over there. Oh, Paimon's gotta take a closer look.
Kuvaki alone will not break through Celestia's defenses, let alone challenge. The heavenly principles are no doubt accustomed to combating the power of the light realm, and elemental energy is simply the power of the human realm, converted to that form. For now, therefore, we have set our sights on, you could say, that by reverse engineering the
Kuvaki? And it looks like you're...
I remember hearing...
Yeah!
As you know, Project Stuja's, many of the things you have encountered thus far are essentially for the advancement of that project. This includes the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau in Notri. Researching...
And that's a weapon built for the final battle
Huh?
I was given some intel, and I made some deductions.
Wait. You must mean that thing over there. Oh, Paimon's got...
Kuvaki alone will not... The heavenly principle... For now, you could say that by reverse engineering the stellar linchpins to extract the energy with...
The Kuvaki experiment... And it looks like your plan is,
Her Majesty the Tsaritsa...
Seems like
The Harbingers have been granted...
You read my mind.
Speaking of the nose...
The Gnosis will undoubtedly...
What do you mean?
Taking on the heaven...
Intervat our civil only, but otherwise...
Accepting...
Furthermore...
Huh?
Then the birth...
Yes.
What?
The Tsaritsa, if she can look forward to it, though the ordinary... We all...
Paimon really doesn't remember. He's basically a stranger. You've gotta believe Paimon.
Allow me to explain. The reason Paimon reacted to the anti-Cel is because she comes from Celestia herself. More specifically, she is one of its creations.
Paimon? A creation of Celestia?
Oh, right. I was blinded by anger earlier, but thinking back on it, Renova also said that Paimon is a
As you know, the lunar fragment, but the first application of I used this tech. I presented her to the Vinster King, but he took no interest in this gift, nor did it satisfy him. Paimon then took up temporary residence in my palace until...
Wait, Paimon's a little... But... Paimon did...
Having lived through the cataclysm...
But it's not just her memories from Conria. Paimon doesn't even know how she spent the last 500 years. She only has memories from the past few years. No matter how hard she tries to remember. What was Paimon like back in Conria?
Unfortunately, during the time you lived in Conria,
Aw, man! You know, even though Paimon lost her memories, she still feels weirdly close to you for some reason.
on the contrary. But now, as I see it,
Noted. But, Traveler? Even though you know Paimon's some creation of Celestia now, you still want her, right? Oh, phew! That's a relief. Paimon's just learning about this, too. She's barely...
Thank you for telling me so much.
given the circumstance,
Ella?
to advance
That's right.
against
You're going to challenge the root... Thank you!
the Tsaritsa,
Got it.
Of course.
certainly,
Oh,
while the tech...
oh.
Paimon? You're okay.
Long story short, yep. Huh?
That's right. So,
It was thanks to you that...
Huh. Really, you... Anyway.
Ah, Director Chuganov, you're back. This is the prelim. Our calculations indicate that the fact...
That won't be necessary. Leave the energy for those. Start preparing to halt production.
Am I here?
I just... suddenly... Iskra. It's time to rest.
Dear esteemed members of the Rokot, given the effect, considering that Lelik did what they did for the benefit of... Lelik will be suspended for a period of time. The purpose of this notice is to... Even with Project, we act...
We act only for the...
You mean, for us?
Just thinking out loud. I've never seen the Snezhna Gradvecha so lively before.
I never once thought I'd come here. But I understand everything now, Rosaline.
I've seen Spirit Seeker performed many times, including by your mother.
Why do you bring that up all of a sudden?
Even though the choreography is always identical, every dancer finds a way to make it her own.
So you actually want to talk to me about ballet?
I just think it would be a pity if the dance was lost to history. She didn't teach it to you, did she?
That was an unusually subtle taunt for you.
We embraced one another on the snow-swept plains, melting the ruthlessness of time. But when our bodies, in pieces, are cast to the winds, what of our love will remain behind?
Don't tell me you can't sing.
Shush. I understand her hatred. The Fatui robbed her of the life she should have had. I never opposed her dancing. Yet still I became an enemy of her ballet. I'll just keep my distance. Many despise me. I'm used to it.
You're certainly not one to shy away from confrontation. But children, they need a different approach.
I'm hardly the most maternal figure.
Yet she is a child. In my experience, while a father commands authority, he must still yield to love. You should tell her what you think about her dancing. Odette will soon take the stage at the Koralyevsky Theater. This could be your chance.
Geonosis secured. It went smoothly. I'll be there. Have them send me an invitation.
Sadly, things didn't work out. Her final words are inside that block of ice.
This? Aren't these for monitoring her subordinates?
Not yours. This one isn't her witch's flame, but my two worlds' flames. The two worlds' flames can burn away memories. It was my parting gift to Rosaline.
If all goes to plan, she and I will both live to see the Tsaritsa succeed. I believe she'll find peace. But if anything happens to me, she needn't follow in my footsteps. The cryo-energy will fade away in time. Then the two worlds' flames will burn away all memories of the Fatui. She'll be free to dance. She deserves this.
I will handle the aftermath. The choice is yours, child.
Creation of Celestia. And like you said, this doesn't have to change anything between us. You're not gonna just...
You've spent the last few days lying in bed and stuffing your face. I didn't think you'd be able to fly this fast.
Says who? Paimon's as agile as ever. They don't call her White Floaty for nothing. Paimon originally wanted to check out the bookstores in Snezhnograd, but she's more in the mood for flying around right now. Wait! They've got light novels from Yai Publishing House here, too! Huh? And this is Paimon's favorite mistress! The local Snezhnayan books look pretty interesting, too, but also...
I thought you were in the mood for flying around.
Paimon can read while she flies! Hey! Look at these two dolls! Which do you like better? All right! Boss, we'll take both. Paimon will have the other one.
Oh, I thought we were only getting one. All right.
There you are.
Thanks.
Paimon will grab this and then... Huh? 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 How many layers does this thing have? And what are you laughing at? Huh. A whole bunch of people are gathered over by the plaza. Hey, look! That looks like Tartaglia! Hey, Tartaglia!
I know that voice. Of course. If it isn't Paimon and my old comrade. You're looking well, Paimon.
Yeah! The jester knew I was wrong and fixed Paimon right up!
Oh, yeah, about that. That was kind of embarrassing. Who could have known that our director would go looking for you in person? Oh, right. Let me introduce you. This is my little sister, Tonya.
Hello, Tonya!
Hello, hello! Firstly, I'm really sorry about my brother. Sound...
Hey now, why'd you have to start with...
So she's the real Tonya.
She said you two didn't manage to meet up at the theater. She waited ages for me, and when I didn't show...
I know, right? He didn't bother to say a word to me. I searched up and down the city for him.
I've been rushed off my feet lately, so I didn't get the chance to go home.
Well,
I'm sorry, Tonya. I really am. I'll make it up to you somehow. Just... please don't tell Mom and Dad.
Although the mix-up led to a series of misunderstandings, it's probably for the best that Besides, it's obvious that Tartaglia isn't usually one to break a promise. He only gave his ticket to me because he had to look into Lelik.
No, it's fine.
I would say the best...
Huh? What kind of...
Hey, look!
Yeah.